in Norwich, Jewett City, and Plainfield. Member FDIC. Do you, Kasasa?
You buy better. Better with Burns. Much better. So much better with Burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better with Burns. You buy better with Burns. You buy better.
Are you looking to simplify the complicated things in life? Insurance can seem daunting, like a task for the must-do list, not the want-to-do list. Let the Burns Agency take the headache out of protecting your assets. We're a full-service agency offering home, auto, life, and business insurance. Call, email, chat us online, or do it the good old-fashioned way and stop in. We have 2 locations, Norwich and Dayville, with licensed staff ready to serve your insurance needs. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Better. Better with Burns. Much better. So much better with Burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better with Burns. You buy better with Burns. You buy better.
When you take your car in for an oil change, a good mechanic will also take care of other routine maintenance to make sure your car runs safely and efficiently. Protecting your health isn't much different. When you get a COVID-19 vaccine, it's important to make sure you're also protected from other serious but preventable diseases. It's easy and convenient to get other routine vaccines at the same time as a COVID-19 vaccine. So make sure you ask a healthcare professional about other vaccines you may need to maintain your health.
Your community radio.
Live from Main Street.
Don't change anything. I love your show just the way it is.
Mike Minarski and Paul Lash in the morning. And he's all day and night. Your community radio.
SN.
Your community radio.
Live from Main Street.
Mike Minarski and Paul Lash in the morning and 80s all day and night.
SN.
Like they always say things that aren't stupid usually. And when they are stupid, it's funny.
So. I get a kick out of watching online when people come in and then they leave. Really? People come in, then they leave before anything is even said. It's like, why did you click to come in here to begin with? Probably because the internet sucks here today. And yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, Xfinity's going.
Yeah, like I don't know why. I think it's the system that I use. I mean, it's once in a while it just kind of craps out.
Really?
You could have an internet connection right into the thing, and
really
the thing would still suck.
Wow.
So,
well, did you see Xfinity's driving around putting cable up? Huh?
Yeah, hold on a second. I'm going to go ahead and
go ahead.
I'm going to reboot the computer.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know, the internet. It's gone. I don't know what the hell's going on today.
Oh.
If it ain't one thing, it's another. I swear to God.
Oh, did you get it back?
Yeah, but the internet shows like it's not even on.
Wow.
It's bullshit.
Man, what can I tell you?
Huh? I don't know.
I don't know.
You reboot the computer and let's see.
Look, you're on live there.
Yeah, but look at it. It's frozen. Because all of a sudden we have no internet. Well, we have internet, but yeah.
Is you on the white wireless bands on that? It has a tendency to click on across the street.
No.
Oh, no.
No, it's on us.
Oh, well, what's going on? I don't know. I'm not having a problem here. This one, yeah. Let's see.
Something else.
You're at 100.
Yeah, I think it's a system.
You're at 100. 100, and the lower band, upper band is roughly 20. So wireless is working. You have to get that producer in the back and teach him.
No, it's not that. It's the system called StreamYard. It freaking sucks. Every so often, it just doesn't recognize internet.
Oh.
And now that it's coming back a little bit, then it goes and it does it, at the weirdest times. See, now we have internet again.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know how long it'll last. So it's there.
It's like a lollipop.
Huh?
It's like a lollipop.
Yeah.
So.
But by the time, okay, yeah. I don't understand your jokes sometimes. See, all right, it's there again. So
all right.
But by the time it comes back, everybody's gone.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
You know what I mean? Everybody has split.
That's
and and that's what happens.
Yeah. Hey, today we're going to talk about guns too. Oh well. Oh man. Bummer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got something in my eye.
No. We can get everybody back again saying the Google's going to take away their guns. How's that?
Yeah.
We have 17 million people.
Hey, Shayna. No, there's like one person there. Everybody out there. I think the rest are just robots because there's nobody's talking. So.
Bummer.
So yeah. Yeah, it's what happens when the internet freaks out on you.
Mm-hmm.
And then everybody leaves. And there's nothing. I don't blame them. I mean, if you're getting crap quality, why would you sit there and watch it?
True. That's exactly right. Yeah. Well, I don't know what to tell you, Ace. Yeah.
So I don't even know if we start talking about anything really yet, because
it's still going in and out.
Lawrence's first world problems. All I want to do is reach you. Let's see. Shayna says, jumping into the politics world here.
Yeah.
Says, notice how you see no commercials for other people running against Governor Lamont. There's a random thought, she says. I know Stefanowski's running, but I haven't seen anything for.
Yeah, there's been a few on.
Have you seen him? Because I haven't seen anything.
He's been on for like a month. Yeah, but I get a kick out of Lamont's commercial talking about how he changed the gas tax.
Okay.
It wasn't him.
No,
it was the Republicans on that side to the ones that said, "Look, Lamont, let's get rid of the gas tax." It wasn't him.
Well, don't you know we're going to pay for that?
Well, yeah, eventually.
Somehow, some way, they will get the money back.
Yeah.
They'll just disguise
I
it
mean,
somewhere else.
The freaking state is rich. They got a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Yeah.
Speaking of rich and not rich,
Yeah. Which rich?
the court says send out the lash dash if connections are still a problem. It looks like whatever it did, it corrected itself, but I get so sick and tired because it'll happen right at the most opportune times. You know, when you're talking about
It's
something.
the way it always is.
So we know Heather Summers is running again.
Yep.
She was here. She announced her candidacy again.
Yep.
She mentioned the person that's running against her. Honestly, I don't remember his name.
I don't either.
I don't even remember his name.
Yeah. Brian's running again too because his fly is coming out.
Right. Brian Lanoue is running, but
Yeah.
so you totally screwed that up, Paul. Thank
I'm
you.
sorry, I didn't realize where you were going.
Well, the question is, do you think Brian Lanoue is going to run? Well, now we know.
His fly is in the mail.
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody got one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's the other thing: there's news all over the place, or I should say, web news.
Yeah.
That there's more than one in one place that are saying there are 3 representatives in Connecticut's House of Reps that are not running because they simply can't afford to.
We can't afford to.
Well, could you afford to make $28,000 a year and support your family?
They must be true legislators then. They're not politicians. Because politicians find a way to. Let's face it. How many people do we have in Hartford that have been in Hartford for how many years?
Oh, I'm not saying that.
So, if they're already making $28,000 a year, and then I'm making $250,000 a year working for SNSN.
Well, yeah.
So, come on.
You just don't know.
You know damn well they're getting money from someplace because they would not be there for $28,000 a year.
Let's see.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pull up an article here.
Yeah.
And I don't even know where this is from, but this is just one of them. There's a few.
Yeah.
There are a few different articles that are actually posted. Let me pull it up here so y'all can see it. Share screen. There we go. Okay. So you should be able to see this right now. Where it says some state lawmakers calling it quits can't afford to serve. That's what you see on your screen right now.
Yeah, I wonder who they are.
Well, there's a picture of Brian Lanoue right in the center there.
That's fake news.
So,
fake news.
Huh?
That's fake. Why would he send a flyer out if he wasn't going to run?
I know. I spoke to him.
Yeah, so it's fake news.
I spoke to him yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that would be a lame excuse. Let's face it, they're not going to give it up because can't afford it. Come on, give me a break. It's fake news.
It is fake news.
It's fake news.
But there's more than one article. That's the funny thing.
Yeah,
and I think one. By the way, that was from the Citrus Times.
Oh, it came out of Florida, huh?
Don't ask me where the Citrus Times have come from.
Who knows? Somebody just made it up.
Well, the other thing is like Rich Waslick just went ahead and said state legislators is often supposed to be a part-time gig, and it is a part-time or quote unquote a part-time gig in Connecticut as well, right? And the pay is $28,000, and That's it. But you know, and I know it's not part-time. I mean, they're
Plus,
there.
a lot of the legislatures actually work for a company.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
Sure, they
Sure.
do. And they're excused to go to the Capitol when necessary. The company allows them to do that because it's good, good for the company to have their people volunteer for.
I think they have to.
Oh, they have to. Just like
I think they
juries,
have to.
just like jury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Yeah.
$28,000 isn't gonna do a whole lot, you know, for a family of
No, of course
one.
not. Of course
Never mind.
But we all know that the politicians make money somewhere.
Where?
Well,
Where do they make the money?
all their I'm not necessarily talking about necessarily the ones that can.
Are they taking the handouts from special interest groups? That's illegal, is it not?
Yeah, that doesn't.
But if everybody's doing that,
it
you
doesn't
think,
make any difference.
yeah, but if everybody's doing that, you'd think somebody would get caught at some time.
Yeah. Well, how can you get caught when the fox is in the hen house?
Well, I don't know. Just ask.
They monitor themselves. You look the other way.
Just ask the old governor.
Look the other way. That's the old governor.
He paid back.
Yeah.
With some time.
Well, they got after him.
Who, Roland?
Well,
Yeah.
they were after him.
Yeah.
If they're after you, they're going to get you.
Sure they are.
Yeah.
It's like anything. How many times have I said it in here? So if somebody gonna get you, you're gonna get got.
Absolutely. Yeah. Legislatures would not remain in office for 30 and 40 freaking years if there wasn't a way for them to make money outside of what they make.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, yeah. Because they got all those. They're making money from all these special interest groups, that's for sure.
So I ended up talking to Brian last night.
Oh, you did?
Briefly. Yeah. Because I was looking it up because I had not talked to Brian in quite some time.
Yeah.
And I sent him a message and he said it's absolutely not true. He is running.
Yeah. Fake news.
Yeah.
That just goes to show you how low some of the news places are starting to stoop.
Yeah.
You know?
So Brian Lanoue is going to be looking for a third term.
Yeah. Yeah.
Heather Summers is going to be looking for a third term in the state Senate.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't see how either one of them lose.
No, because if you do a good job and you do good for the people are going to reelect you. You know. But that's beside the point.
You can't.
I know because there's a lot of people in there that don't belong there and they get reelected too.
Well, even in town here, nothing against Dana Bennett, nothing against Mrs. Bennett at all. But Todd wasn't doing a bad job. I don't think Todd was doing a bad job at all. So I mean, to your point, where he said, "Well, if you're doing a good job, you're gonna."
Yeah, that was the red wave.
Yeah,
that's what happened.
Right,
which could happen in November. Yeah, everybody's afraid, which, you kind of wonder if Blumenthal's going to make it in. Blumenthal's got a woman run against him.
Well, good luck, Dick. Victoria says, hubby and I are attending the Republican convention as delegates next month. We need to get some changes going in Hartford.
Well,
Victoria, I say corgis for everyone.
Good luck with that one.
What, corgis?
No, I'm talking.
Everybody gets a corgi. You get a corgi. You get a corgi.
Oh,
Everybody gets a corgi.
It's tough for this side of the state to compete against Central and Western.
You ever see the little corgis' little butts? They're so cute.
How do we go
corgis.
from talking about the Republican thing to Courtney's asses?
Corgis.
Corgis.
Not Courtney's ass. Corgi.
Who cares?
Paul's drunk.
Who cares about
Paul
it?
has had a little too much to drink early this morning.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of bourbon in his coffee. I know because I made it for him.
Oh, I wonder.
He's hammered.
Yep.
Paul is absolutely hammered. Look, oh my God, don't fall off your chair, Paul. Somebody, can somebody help? Paul's gonna pass out, I think.
Right, you're done
drinking too
Let's
much.
get back to. Do you really think that they're going to be able to do anything with the convention?
He's hammered.
Man, don't get off focus. She said she was going to the Republican National Convention.
There's always changes that need to be made.
But
There's going to be somebody from any political group or party. There's always going to be somebody that's going to say, there are changes that need to be made.
I know.
So
it's time to get rid of the Looney Tunes and let's get some Warner Brother cartoons in there.
plus, Victoria says, just so you know, okay, I'm starting to wonder about Paul. Who doesn't love a corgi butt? See?
I'm sorry, I don't have one.
No.
I don't have a corgi.
You don't have a corgi. No, it's because you got 17 cats.
Well, no, they're going down quick.
He's a crazy cat guy in Jewett City.
No.
That's why he smokes a lot of dope.
No. Good luck. The doors, they have they're close to the ground, right?
Yeah, they're adorable.
Yeah.
Well,
the Queen has a couple of them.
Who?
The Queen.
Oh, she's still alive?
Of course she's still alive. She's not dead.
But how? How is she still alive? Really? Honestly?
She must live right. There's a little wine with her.
She's hammered all the time. I mean, you kidding me?
She's doing something right.
I really think sometimes there are people that swear by having a little drinky during the day, keep
Not necessarily during the day, just have
not overdoing it, but just
some people have a little wine at supper.
Mama Betty, remember Mama Betty? Bless her heart, right? Yeah. I mean, she was a wonderful, wonderful woman. I remember at her 101st birthday party, I said to her, first of all, she looks at me and goes, why am I still here?
Yeah, well, that's what happens when some people get up to be that upper age.
But then she goes home. She's going home, and I caught her on the way out, and I said, so what are you going to do for the rest of your birthday? She goes, I'm going to go home and have a shot.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah. That's the way a lot of
God
them
bless
are.
Mama Betty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Longer in sound mind. Why not?
And how about I noticed it yesterday. A lady that I've known through my entire existence, pretty much, Eleanor Landry.
Yeah.
She's 98, just turned 98 a couple days
98?
ago.
Wow. Good for her.
Huh?
Good for her.
Yeah.
Wow. So.
Sean Sass says that people remain alive from going to your pot farm. Paul's Pot Farm.
Yeah.
Taylor Hill, Jewett City.
Yeah. Or you could have some plants, though.
Here.
Yeah. I don't know.
Today only, buy one bud, get one free. All you got to do is walk in and go, here. That's the password.
Oh, man.
To get into Paul's Pot Farm. It's funny because how long have we been joking about Paul's Pot Farm? 3-4 years?
Yeah.
At least. Sass would know because we did that when he was here.
Yes, he was. That's right. That's right.
and it's really kind of weird, how now it's legal, and now they're looking to open up retail establishments.
Right. Yeah.
Paul's Pot Farm.
Yeah.
Taylor Hill.
That's the case. They stop putting plants in there. I'll have to lock it.
Yeah.
Be getting raided.
We're not your mother's petunia. No, really, you have. Are you doing your greenhouse or?
That's on.
Okay.
I shut the heat off now though. But
all right, because you had said something that you were.
No, this flower's in it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you take them out of the greenhouse, or you just
in the spring we'll take them out.
Yeah.
By the way, you didn't want to take them out because there's a frost warning in effect for the next couple of days.
This is why I have not done my garden yet.
There is a frost warning.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah. Still kind of. It's very chilly still. Not warmed up yet. Surprisingly enough. Yeah. So.
Laura says you'll start seeing more campaign ads closer to the election, speaking to why we have not seen, any Stefanowski ads.
Yeah.
She goes, advertising and campaign costs. Lots of money. Yeah, we know.
I'm curious, and I still say this. I think what's going to happen is you're going to see.
Good morning, Bill Hanley.
I think that you're going to find the feds doing something to curb inflation, so they start to look good for the upcoming November election.
Here's a good question, and I've always wondered this too, and I'll even give you my answer before anybody else that wants to pop it in. She goes, "Do you think voters already have their candidate picked, or do you think they change their minds closer to the election?" I think people kind of have their minds made up.
Yeah. Well, I know,
regardless of.
Yeah, I know right now what I'm hearing is a lot of the surveys are saying a lot of the millennials are not happy with Biden at all. They're against him.
I know, but I'm talking just about local stuff.
Yeah, but if it's all going to flow downhill.
Well, his approval rating is below 40% now.
I'm not sure the younger,
37.
I'm not sure the younger generation is that interested in local politics.
No. I understand that, but
I don't think so.
But we're talking about Stefanowski against.
That's right. I wonder how many. I wonder how many young 21 to 30 really vote for the government. In the state elections. I think
you'd be surprised.
I'd be curious to know what the numbers are.
I think you would be surprised, honestly. I think since Trump started, and social media campaigns, whatever, it's kind of tweaked more interest. I think people are voting, but I don't think people are voting for anything they know they're voting for.
Yeah. Half of the people don't even know who half the people are that are currently in office. I mean, I bet you if you walk down the street and ask them a question related to some position in the state of Connecticut, they wouldn't have any clue who the hell you were talking about.
Okay.
That'd be my guess. I mean, I don't think they pay attention.
Well, I couldn't tell you who the state reps are on the other side of the state. Yeah,
but I'm not talking state reps. I'm talking
or even state senators.
I'm talking about positions in the state. Who's the lieutenant governor?
Pricewitz.
You know it.
Yeah.
But I wonder how many other people know it.
I'm sure not many.
Exactly. That's my point. Yeah.
Okay, Tim Lake. Tim, this is not a political board, my friend.
Yeah.
We're not advertising stuff like that.
Yeah.
Not doing it. Not happening. That's what happens when we get into politics then.
Well, yeah, and we try to stay away because
yeah.
You can either a lot of people can be for, a lot of people against it. I think a lot of people are sick of hearing it.
Because you know what it is that we try to go ahead and stay straight down the middle.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I don't agree with them. I'm not saying that I do.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to use this, for my own soapbox.
Yeah. Well, there's still a lot of time between now and November, so we'll see what kind of changes happen over the next several months. I say there will be.
Tim goes, it was worth a shot. It's all right, my friend. But we will kind of move subjects just for 1 minute because nothing matters today.
Nothing matters today?
No. Because it's Wolverine baseball game day.
Oh.
Go Wolverines! Is that your phone beeping like crazy?
Maybe.
I don't think it's mine.
Oh, that was a news thing. Biden administration launched a $6 billion program to save nuclear plants. Oh well.
So I just heard from Public Health and Safety.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. So anyway, I'll respond to her after.
That's an automatic.
Huh?
It must be automatic.
No, I'll tell you in a minute.
Okay.
So let's see. Yeah, it is Wolverine Baseball Day. We're playing Killingly. Killingly is always a good game.
Yeah.
The Wolverines are ready to go. We were supposed to play yesterday, but it rained. And
it did rain. That was kind of surprising.
Overnight. Well, yeah, but what happens is that the Griswold Field is
the flagship for Griswold High School sports.
Is a swamp.
Oh.
So.
Gotcha.
If it rains a little bit,
Well, it rained yesterday afternoon. It poured. It poured. I think we got over an inch of rain yesterday.
It was crazy. Yeah.
That was crazy.
And there's no drainage at Griswold High School baseball, the baseball field. It's horrible.
Wow.
It really is. I really hope that they do put it in the budget to either fix the fields or, for the kids or whatever. Would I pay more, for that? For athletic, I think athletics is incredibly important myself.
You would.
Yeah, see, but you know what? You would too if you had an athlete playing.
I would.
Yeah, but see, right now
I don't have an athlete.
Right.
So what should I pay?
It's the principle of it.
What do you mean the principle of it?
The principle of it, okay?
What if I want something on my side?
Okay, what happens if you end up with your grandchild? All right, you end up with your grandchild, a grandchild.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say, a random child that you don't know that you've had. All right, because I don't want to pick on Mike or your daughter. Okay. And let's say there's a 13-year-old, right?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden something happens to your son Fred, who doesn't exist, right? So it's all you end up with little 13-year-old Julie. Okay, Julie loves to play softball. The softball field sucks.
I thought they just rebuilt
I'm
it.
not talking about that.
All
They
right,
are.
get your
But
facts
let's say
right.
it does. It sucks.
You said the baseball field.
Julie doesn't play baseball. She plays softball.
The softball field is good. They just built a brand new one.
All right.
All right. Try this
Julie
again.
is a trans male.
There you go.
She plays baseball.
That's better.
All right. The field sucks.
That's right.
All right.
Yeah.
You are now 82 years old. All right.
And I can't afford to pay my taxes.
Papa boy. If you vote yes, we'll get a new field.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
At 82 years
Little
old, I
trans
want more
Julie,
ramps.
we'll go ahead and do that.
I want more ramps so I can get in and out of stuff.
But think about it,
Yeah.
right? You would do it. So the principle is you would do it. And now all of a sudden, that you don't have a child or a grandchild in the school system. All of a sudden, it's like, boom.
I did my time.
Okay. But guess what? Now it's time to pay it back.
Who the hell do you think paid when you were playing baseball?
You did, and
That's
I thank you
right.
for that.
Yeah.
Right. And thank you for continuing that trend. That's my point.
A lot of people would not go along with spending money for stuff like that. I'm telling you.
I would.
Well, I guess my question comes down to do you want a senior citizen who doesn't have much money, and a lot of them still own property, to start opening up cans of dog food and cat food and have to pay an extra, $300 or $400 a year on their taxes when they only make like $600 or $700 on Social Security? Let's face it, a lot of seniors at that age didn't make big payments on Social Security, didn't have 401ks.
So Daryl,
There we go.
from the Healthy Computer,
Yeah.
School Street, Jewett City,
Yep.
says, so Paul is fine with pay to play.
Yeah. Could do that.
If your kids were involved, would you do pay to play
Why
in
not?
lieu?
Why not? A lot of times during the summertime, don't they require some kids to pay some stuff for?
I'm talking about high school sports.
I know.
Okay.
A lot of high schools in some towns have had to pay to.
Well, there are youth organizations,
Yeah.
that you have to pay a small fee,
Yeah.
or whatever. But what about it's really, really popular now? Travel ball, travel leagues.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say all of a sudden your kid wants to play 2 seasons, off season of travel ball. Okay.
Yeah.
Which could run you. Let's see, AAU basketball, last I knew for Cameron was $500 and change. Plus uniforms, plus jersey, whatever,
Yeah.
which was only like $20 or something, but still. Do that 3 times a year,
Mhm.
right? And now you got to pay to play high school. Do you do that?
They may
Is
have,
that your phone going off?
probably.
All right, because I'm trying to. My phone's not doing anything, but I've never heard your phone this active in my life.
Well, it's notifications are coming in.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I don't care.
That's what it is.
I've never heard your phone that active.
Yeah.
Wow. But you see what I mean? So now you have 4 quarters of pay to play. So now you're paying $2,000, $2,500, and you're paying accommodations because travel ball sometimes will take you to another state. And then you have hotel and travel and food and all that stuff. So you're okay with that?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, but you don't want to have your taxes raised a couple $100 so the kids get a new baseball field.
No.
Doesn't make any sense.
There comes a time in your life where some things are important, some things are not. The problem with this town,
I understand that's true.
Everybody favors giving everything to the youth. And I go back to all the bullshit that went on with the senior center.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
which you don't go to anyway.
Which I don't go to anyway.
Right.
But all the bullshit about have to pay that extra money so the seniors could have a house, a place to go visit and spend their day was a big to-do in this friggin' town. But
it still is.
It still is. But if I want to go spend, $500,000 on fixing the baseball field, oh yeah, let's do that right away. Who gives a shit about where that money comes from?
Mm-hmm.
See, it's a difference of, you have to have a balance here, because a lot of, and I'm not going to get into the senior thing again because we all know what the hell happened. But,
Daryl says, I don't need a senior center.
He will eventually. Well, he doesn't live in this town anyway.
Yeah.
Go to Colchester and have one.
No, he lives in Plainfield.
Oh, he lives in Plainfield.
Yeah.
But they have one.
But you know what? Daryl, you may decide that you would want to go to the senior center when you're over 55.
Yeah.
I'm eligible to go to the Griswold Senior Center. I can't. I'm psyched. I want to go play bingo on Mondays.
There you go.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Because then pretty soon I'll be talking like this. I'll be talking like this. I'll be going to bingo and stuff like that. Excuse me. Come on, hand me another pack of Lucky Strikes. Come on. We did that same shtick last night on TikTok.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we did. With a friend of mine who we were chatting with online.
Yeah.
Well, and Corgi Nation was there too last night. Too,
oh yeah.
So, yeah.
No, he's.
So you're not doing it. So you're saying no.
No, I don't want to see my taxes go up.
Well, of course, nobody wants to see their taxes go up.
There's a time and place for everything, and right now is not the time to place.
When is the time?
When we get some money.
Okay.
We have no money coming into this town. You can't keep spending money out of a checkbook if you don't start and add something to the, to the income side.
Okay.
So we're not adding anything to the income side.
Okay. So what's going on as far as economic development?
Nothing.
Oh, there you go.
Nothing. So until we start seeing some of those funds come in, we can't spend money we don't have. Can't get blood out of a turnip.
Daryl says, I'm just going off of what Paul says. Some don't need a senior center, but pay anyways, just like we all pay for the baseball field.
Yeah.
So I understand. That's kind of what I'm saying as well.
What I'm saying is that there was so much bitching about the senior center and about the money that now they want a ball field and they expect everybody to hop on board because of the ball field. Well, it's about time we wring their butts too. There are people who don't like the idea of them spending money on a ball field, just like people didn't like the idea of spending money on a senior center.
Yeah.
There you go. So it's, you don't like, it's okay for the bitch about the senior center, but if you have a bunch of seniors bitching about the ball field, they're against the kids. See what I'm saying?
It's double standard.
It's like everything in the world today. It's me and I'm supposed to be able to do this and you can't say nothing.
Right.
That's pretty much.
I'm not saying it.
I know.
I'm not saying you don't have a right.
I know, but that's how people are going to feel. Well, why are you against the kids? Nobody's against the kids. Everybody's had kids.
Do you think the town of Griswold does a good job with our money? Or do you think they're mismanaging it?
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what they do. We hear the finance board seems to be the ones that has the control of the money. Not necessarily.
True.
And I don't know what that they spend on. But I just want to bring something up. They brought that thing up at the finance board. There was a vote or something there was something on the finance board's agenda about the fields at the high school. They were going to do something. I mean, we want them to spend our money correctly, but
if they put more money into the fields, do you think then you'll have more kids coming from sending towns?
I don't know. Maybe not. We don't know that. They keep saying, yeah, but we don't know. What does that mean? More kids are going to come to school? I don't know.
So you give look at other schools that have built different complexes. Like we got Killingly coming to town today, right? Look at their football field. It's immaculate.
Yeah.
It's absolutely immaculate.
Well, we were unfortunately, we spent a lot of money on a lot of different things back then. I mean, the school complex is beautiful. You could never complain about Griswold High School complex.
No.
It's like going
and it's very unique.
It's going to like
with it being a campus, everything on one spot.
It's like going to a college. It's terrific the way that thing is set up. Yeah, but there's a time and place. Right now, we're kind of like on the downstream. Everybody's hurting.
Yeah, but you could make that same argument every day of every year.
Yeah, but
we're all hurting. Well,
where were we?
The middle class is always hurting, Paul.
A couple of years ago, we had plenty of stuff going on because then the COVID hit.
Yeah,
we had plenty. There was money. Everybody was happy. Food was down. Everything was happy. And now all of a sudden, everything's back up again. So I guess what do? You tell somebody you want to eat a pound of dirt or you want to have some tuna fish.
Speaking of which, there's a food drive tomorrow.
Yeah, and bet how many people really go there to get food? A lot. Which kind of
last one was crazy.
Which kind of tells you what shape the town is in and how people are living. They've got to go there to get food because we all know people are not going to go to a food bank if they don't necessarily need that. You're probably finding people who probably were getting along very well without having to go to food bank before this whole pandemic hit and the inflation hit and the price of everything going up. So now they have no choice. They have to go to the food bank to get food. And that's just not elderly. It's a lot of young people.
Oh, no.
It's all ages.
Yeah.
So
it's all walks of life.
Right. So everybody's having a tough time. So that's why there's a time and place for everything. Would I support a ball field if we had money coming in? I bet you boots I would.
Okay.
But there's no money.
So what would change your mind? I mean, what kind of what kind of movement in the town's financial wealth?
I would like to see if we had some revenue coming in from some kind of economic development where dollars were coming in, flowing into the town, then I could see us spending money to do all that kind of stuff, which would be great. How do you think a lot of these other towns, they have revenue coming in? We have nothing. You
can always move to Norwich. Have you seen their mill rate?
They're going up again. They're going up like 2%.
I know.
And
their mill rate is crazy.
Yeah, because they can't afford to keep up all the stuff that's going on. I mean, they have all these, the city of Norwich says they come by and they pick up your garbage for free and all this other crap, because it's in your taxes.
It's not free.
You're paying for it.
You're just paying for it indirectly. It's like we're going to pay for this, the relief on the gas tax for a while.
Yeah.
We're going to pay for that somewhere. Norwich, right? You don't have to pay for garbage removal,
right? Which is like now $110, $112 a month.
All right, Tim, you said it right on the noggin.
Right.
Bring back farming.
You know something? That would not be a bad idea.
Yeah,
because we are at a point where we need to do something.
Everybody in Griswold is required to have a 12 by 12 garden. I've mandated it so. Doesn't mean anything, but right? You can get quite a bit of food out of a 12 by 12.
Yes, you could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get more tomatoes than you'll ever.
That's the unfortunate thing.
Yeah, but then what do? You give it to your neighbor.
Oh yeah, that happens.
You give it to this neighbor. Yeah. You give it to that neighbor.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I can't wait to go. I love planting my garden and watching it come up. I've already got my seedlings in the sunroom right now, and I got more than I need.
There you go.
I mean, my squash plants are like, holy shit. What am I going to do with them all? Do you want a couple squash plants?
No.
All right. But yeah, I mean, I have some seedlings, and the thing about squash, so they grow out this way.
They grow out. Yeah, I know. Yep.
But I can't wait to. I think maybe like 12 by 8 is going to be the area that I have.
Yeah.
But I can't wait. But I'm so worried about the frost, and
yeah. Well, after we get through these end of the month, I'm coming up in the beginning of May, so we're in a full moon right now. So
Victory Garden and a couple of chickens.
And when they get done eating, what do you do with them? You eat them.
Oh, you know what? I would love to have a little hen house. And
yeah, unfortunately, around here you get the foxes eating.
around here,
there's foxes running around.
Let's shoot them some bitches.
You'd be surprised how many foxes are running around here at night. I'm not talking about.
I go to the bars, boy. I tell you, there's some foxes.
I'm not talking about the two-legged foxes either. Yeah, they run around at night.
We now sound like Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi. Now Dan Aykroyd and Steve Martin, the Czech brothers. The wild and crazy guys.
Yeah.
Hello, foxes.
But yeah,
memories.
Chickens would be great. I don't know. Can you have chickens inside the town? Or is there an ordinance against holding chickens?
I don't think so. No, because there was a time up on Brown Avenue where they have some free range chickens, and they're crossing the street, crossing there all over the place.
Well, I especially around Easter.
I think I had like 8 or 10 of them.
You can go to
Tractor Supply.
They got plenty of chickens there. There's a bunch of little ones. Let them grow up and let them walk around your yard.
Absolutely. I don't know. I wouldn't do that.
No, I wouldn't.
You'd spend too much time trying to wrangle them suckers back in.
Well, not only that, you have to watch where you step too.
Yeah. See, my yard isn't big enough to have chickens.
No.
Even though Rihanna wants a duck.
Yeah. Well, you got to have a pond for that.
Yeah.
We used to have some ducks in the back.
Did you?
Wild ones, because the guy behind me has a big pond, and they would fly into the pond, and then we have a tiny little 3-foot pond in our backyard. So they walk across from that pond and then come into our yard and get in the little 3-footer. It was a weird, crazy thing. Yeah, it was crazy.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in a minute, and we'll talk about things that we haven't gotten into yet. Like the whole mask mandate thing. Is it going away?
Yeah.
Is it staying? Do you agree with it? Do you not agree with it? Unfortunately, that gets so political. Let's take the politics out of it, and let's just look at what you think as a maybe a precautionary method, or just safety in your own, for your own well-being. Who knows? And what you believe. I don't want to hear, honestly. Well, I'm going to. What's the matter?
Oh, I'm listening.
Oh, I don't want to hear. Well, you know what? I don't need to wear a mask. Let's go, Brandon. Yeehaw! So, no Yosemite Sam's right now. Let's just let's see what we think. Be back in a minute right here on SNSN.
Did you know that Allstate Insurance, the Trahan agency, has 2 offices now, Plainfield and East Lyme? And that's good news for you, since Kevin Trahan has been in the insurance business for well over a quarter of a century. Plus, he's easy to find. Just search in any browser, Kevin Trahan, Allstate Insurance. And when you get to his Facebook page, you'll find tons of helpful information on questions you may not even have thought to ask. Allstate Insurance, Trahan Agency, Plainfield and East Lyme, proud sponsor of Griswold Youth Football.
Life is full of choices. At Jewett City Savings Bank, we can make one choice easy, finding the right checking account. We offer a range of affordable accounts to fit your budget and needs, and each gives you the freedom to access your money the way you want, online, through our mobile app, or with your debit card. It's your money and your choice. To learn more about the account that's right for you, stop by one of our offices or visit us at jcsbank.com. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Boom! We love the 80s.
Come on.
Songs you know the words to. SNSN.
All right, Paul, you got the weather?
Sure.
And here you go, Paul.
All
Lash,
right,
what's the
right.
weather?
Okay, right now the temperature downtown June City right now is up to 45 degrees. Be some clouds around this morning will give way to generally sunny skies this afternoon. Highs will be somewhere around 56, though. But here's the problem. Wind 10 to 20 miles per hour.
It was windy yesterday, too.
And that's what happens. It brings the temperature down much lower than the 56.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. But tonight, a few passing clouds. Low will be somewhere around 32 degrees. And of course, we get Thursday. Again, it'll be a mix of clouds and sun early, then becoming cloudy. Tomorrow could be up to 57 again, but here we go with the wind again, 10 to 20 miles per hour. So I don't know when we're going to get rid of this stupid wind. And of course, for Thursday evening, it'll be cloudy, partial clearing overnight, and lows will be somewhere around 44. So temperatures are going to go up tomorrow. And that's your weather from SNSN on this Wednesday, 04/20/2022.
All right, thank you, Paul.
Yeah, we're getting close to the end of the month.
Yeah. And you can't even plant a damn garden yet.
No, because there is a frost warning in effect until tomorrow.
I said to Melissa last weekend, I said, do you think I can plant? She goes, nope. She goes, I don't think we're done with the frost yet.
No, we're not.
She was,
well, there's a full moon. And usually
she's right, no matter what. She always ends up being right.
Yeah, when there's a full moon, it's it always gets colder around full moon. So,
all right, so let's. I'm gonna mention this event. I know Hardin and I've been talking. We talked about it, and well, anyway, Ghs Baseball Youth Day.
Mm-hmm.
That's April 23rd. It's 11 a.m. It's going to be Grizzled against the Stonington Bears, and they want you to come out and root on the Wolverines. Wear your team jersey and hat, and park near the lot near the GMS cafeteria. There's going to be lots of food, and they just want to fill the stands with fans for Ghs Baseball Youth Day.
Oh.
So
there you go.
It should be a lot of fun. Let's see. They want all the kids from the middle school, junior league, senior league, little league teams to come out and have some fun. There's going to be a doubleheader, varsity at 11, JV at 1. So there's going to be two ball games to watch.
Good.
And I think this is a great idea, not only just for fundraising, for say the boosters, but to get the kids engaged and involved with their high school baseball team.
Gotcha.
That's something that hasn't happened before in this town, So whoever came up with this idea, kudos to you, because you want the kids to stay for the play for the home team, right?
Mm-hmm.
You always do. It's kind of like, if you're a Red Sox fan, someone comes up through the Red Sox farm system, then after they get eligible for free agency, they sign with California.
Yeah.
It's like,
So basically they're trying to do it as almost like a football experience where high school football, you have a lot of the high school kids come out and rooting in the fans. They come out to watch the games.
Yeah.
Where this will bring out the lower class.
What's the younger lower class?
I mean, I'm talking about the lower, not in the word so much what you're saying, but the lower class.
And the food bank will be there for little Johnny. Okay, so for the lower class people, as Paul says. You mean the younger kids?
There you go. Now take it out of context again.
How am I supposed to take that out of context?
Lower classes.
Just say the younger kids, man.
The younger kids. Excuse me. I take that correction as lower, younger.
There'll be a
kids.
special baseball game, especially for the homeless kids. Yeah.
I didn't say homeless. I didn't say food bank. Here you go again.
Jesus, Paul, I don't know where you're going with that. But yep. That is going to be April 23rd.
Because a lot of times I'll bet at
Saturday.
a lot of these baseball games,
mm-hmm.
a lot of the ones that you have, a lot of the people that are there watching are generally parents or friends of the kids that are playing baseball, not necessarily the participation of the school.
When's the last time you went to a game?
I don't know. I haven't been to one in a long time.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, how many kids are there? Is it loaded, packed?
They're getting about 80 to 100 people a game.
Is it family?
Some,
Yeah,
sure.
that's what I mean. So the whole thing of this thing is to get the kids in the schools,
Yeah,
to come out and watch their team play,
right.
play baseball.
Well, of course.
That's the idea of this thing. Like I said, where I was going was generally with high school football, you have a lot of the high school kids coming out to watch the football games because it's a thing.
Yep.
They're trying to make this a thing for, all the kids in all the schools to come out and watch their team play.
All right. So one of the things we put up that we wanted to chit chat about was the mask mandates. Paul, what's happening this week?
I believe the hospital one is either over. Doctor hospital ones are over, or it ends Friday. Yeah, I tried to find out the date, but some of the stuff you look up says by Friday. So, but I know they're on the planes and airports now and buses, right? It's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was watching some of this stuff last night where the news was covering it. But some people, you can wear a mask all you want. Nobody says you don't have to. So I think it's a good idea to leave it up to the people to make their own decision. If you want to wear one,
okay,
that's fine. There's no objection.
I certainly am on board with that.
Yeah, how many times do you go around here, even in town? You go to a restaurant. There's some people that still wear a mask.
Mhm.
And if
That's their right.
That's their prerogative. I really don't bother me.
Yeah, no, me either.
It's not mandatory, so that makes a lot of other people more comfortable. So I don't have to wear one. I don't have to wear one.
I think it's just part of our society now.
Yeah.
It's expected.
Yeah.
Victoria says, I don't think people will comply with a mask mandate again. It's time to move on. It's hard not to be political about this issue when our governor is using it to finance the budget and control the masses.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. There's still some places, like I said, I don't think there's anything in town that requires you to wear a mask. I think all the town buildings now, you can pretty much go in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is good. And it's not the government telling you got to do it. It's your choice, which is the way it should have been to begin with.
I still think it's funny when people are driving by themselves and they're wearing the mask.
Yeah.
Sorry if that's you, but
I know it's just kind of odd. Well, you never know what kind of air is coming in through the windows.
True. I guess you got to look at it that way as well.
Yeah.
So I don't think we'll go to another mask mandate, even though their infections are quote unquote surging again.
Yeah, but it's like the everyday common cold. So if you had the shots, and which don't work, by the way, because even if you have the shots, you still get it. That's proven fact. I know people who've had the shots and they get just as sick as anybody else. So
when I got my booster,
yeah,
that's when I really got it. Even though I tested negative twice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the shots don't prevent you from getting it. I think all the shots do is make it easier when you do get it. It's not to the extreme but the most what I've seen is basically like a head cold with some hoarseness and sniffling, and just like a common cold.
Yeah.
Take the antibiotics they give you, and it's over with 5 or 10 days. It's done.
All right. Here's Jen. Good morning. Jen Chase says, I'm okay with being asked to wear a mask in doctor's offices and other buildings. I choose not to wear one, but I'd be respectful if asked to. If I see someone wearing one, I just mind my business.
Right.
I don't want to wear one, but I don't care if anyone else does. LOL. I agree.
That's
100 million %.
Yep.
If you want to wear the mask, fine. If I don't want to wear underwear, that's not your business. But don't tell me I have to.
Exactly. And I think you may find that some doctor's offices or a hospital you go with may still require you to put one on.
Yeah.
The mandate is been relieved, but certain places are going to say, look, we still want one. So you're going to have to. I heard that there were some airports that were still requiring you to wear a mask in the airport itself, but once you get on the plane, you can take it off.
And Victoria makes a very good point, which is absolutely true. The more the virus mutates, the weaker it gets.
Yep.
And Beth, good morning, Beth. What's a shaking? She agrees with Jen. Says, I agree 100. I agree. Absolutely agree with her.
Yeah.
So,
well, there's one whole. Let's hopefully one business is going to go out of. It's going to go out of businesses. That's the mask makers. They've been selling these things like crazy.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Haven't they? Big Pharma sure made a chunk of change. Did they not?
They did. Yeah. So.
You know, and then there was those tests, the nose ones, the home test.
Look at those tests.
Well,
now they can't give them away.
Melissa, she still gets screened when she goes into work, right?
Yeah.
She doesn't have to wear a mask, but she still gets screened when she goes in. She as like a trooper she was able to not get COVID until it was starting to wane off. Yeah. Then she got it. Yeah. And when she got it, she got it. Yeah. And she was tired and she was just miserable. Yeah. You know, and she slept through it, thank goodness, because the poor girl she was really, and then, I mean, we share the same room, we share the same bed, right? And all of a sudden I test and I'm testing negative, yet I've got a tremendous headache. I'm exhausted. Yeah. We're both sleeping about the same amount of time. Yeah. I take another test. I'm still negative, but her and I had the exact same symptoms. So do I think those tests work? No, that's my personal opinion. I think they do not work. The PCR test. Yeah.
Now they can't give them away now. Nobody wants them. I mean, what the hell?
Because it's not the thing anymore, you know? No. I mean,
well, they gave them away in town. Then the government gave them away. I mean, there's so many of those things around. I mean, look at the money that was spent on those things. Mm-hmm. Millions.
So let's say you got a bad cold, right?
Yeah.
And they're pushing Sudafed. Well, for allergies, let's just say. Mm-hmm. Let's say Sudafed doesn't work for you. Do you continue to buy it? Probably not.
Switch to something else.
Exactly. I have, which can be pretty nasty. You see me go in my sneezing fits.
Yeah.
And I've tried Sudafed. Nothing over the counter works for me. So do I continue to buy it? No. So why why would I continue buying these tests or getting them sent to me? Because why? Yeah. Because they don't work. Yeah. At least for me, they don't. Yeah. They work for you. Great. They give you peace of mind. Great.
Yeah.
But not for me.
Yeah.
Not for me. Didn't work for me. Well, that doesn't mean it's not going to work for you.
Yeah. I mean, I think
you don't want me to go on my soapbox. I'm telling you right now.
Well, get off your soapbox. I think you still got to be cautious of what you're doing. I think you still should wash your hands, you know, which you should do always.
Well, I think you should do that anyway.
I'm talking about, when you go to a gas station, or you pick up the pump, you should wash your hands because you still not necessarily
right
COVID, but there's the flu and anything else that's out there. So, and I've always kept those little washers in the car anyway, so I could always wash my hands when they came out.
Well, whatever you do.
Yeah, I mean,
don't eat the pretzels.
Eat the pretzels
at the on the bar.
Oh, yeah, because people always sticking their hand in there. Yeah.
Always ask for a fresh dish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Jack could be coming out of the bathroom. Yep, boy, I'll tell you, that's what happens when you have 4 or 5 beers. You got to go to the bathroom. I'm like a racehorse. Give me them pretzels. Did you wash your hands? Nope. Get a fresh bowl, folks.
They call those lemon pretzels.
Is that what they call them? I don't know.
And they have chocolate covered pretzels.
Oh, now we're going away. You go too far. You go too far.
You ever had chocolate covered pretzels?
No, I don't even want to talk about it because I don't even.
They're good. The chocolate and the salt. Oh man, that's good.
You like the salty and sweet together?
Yeah, it tastes pretty good.
Yeah. Except at a bar.
Yeah.
So you agree with Jen saying that do your own thing. Do you. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Respect what they're doing.
Yes.
And I think, Jen, you said it perfectly. I think my personal opinion is aligns with yours, and which doesn't matter what I think, but
yeah.
I think it was said perfectly. Just that's the way it should be always about everything.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So
I
Paul loves head cheese sandwiches.
Yeah, they're great.
I won't eat one.
Neither will I.
Have you ever seen head cheese?
Yeah, it's okay.
It is scary.
I don't think so. No, it's not for me. But yeah, I think it's great that the mandates are over.
Yeah. Thank God.
Maybe I can finally take the ones that have been sitting in the car for weeks.
But I think there's one thing that we can all agree on. It'll never be the same normal as it was 2 years ago. Life has changed as we know it.
Big time.
As much as we want to sit here and say we're back to normal, what we think is normal.
We're not back to normal.
We're back to normal. We think we are.
Yeah, but it's not normal.
Well, no kidding. But I'm saying, people are saying, it's and for those of you that say, well, the pandemic didn't change me, because I was one of those, but it did.
Oh, sure it did.
It did. As much as I say, okay, I when the pandemic hit, they said stay at home. We're gonna go ahead. I started working from home for 2 days. I couldn't do it. So, and I figured, well, there's really nobody here except for me anyway. And you.
Yeah.
At that point. So, what the hell?
Yeah.
So I couldn't do it. But even though I say it didn't change me, it did, because I had to change the way I communicated with a lot of people.
Well,
We had to
communication, the whole communication
Yeah.
thing has changed since the pandemic. And I think that whole thing is, were people communicating, what the hell was that thing they used to use? It wasn't Zoom. But there was another thing that was out there.
Skype?
Skype. And that was being used by a lot of people, but not to the extent that Zoom came.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at Zoom now, where their stocks falling through the floor. It's like,
everybody. And then there's other things out there besides Zoom.
Yeah.
There are other. That's the new communication tool now.
Mhm.
It's no different like FaceTime. Same thing. Same type of thing. So that's the new communication.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. So as much as we think we haven't changed, we have.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that stair step method,
Yeah.
You keep going up, you keep changing no matter what.
And not only that, a lot of people,
Because you take yourself and you make yourself so everything's so abnormal.
Yeah.
The normal.
well, a lot of people have a tendency not to go far from home either.
Mhm.
A lot of people stuck around the house for a long time. They didn't go anywhere.
I think the biggest thing that happened with me was it became okay to not be around people all the time.
Yeah.
I like being around people. I'm not one of those people that say I don't like people. Because even the people that say I don't like people. I don't care what they say.
Exactly.
It's just like this thing we got to say to give them, I don't know.
Yeah.
You like people, don't tell me you don't.
Yeah, that's true.
It took that from me, and it's like I'm okay to just be by myself, and I guess I don't. I'm here all the time by myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't have a problem with it. I think it was weird at first.
Yeah.
But there was a part in my life where I needed to be in a relationship. I had to, have that other person there with me, whether it was I felt I needed the balance or I was codependent. For whatever reason, nothing worked, but anyway, I ended up being alone for 2 years. I wasn't in a relationship for 2 years, but you know what? I was like, this is awesome. I can go there if I want to. I can go there if I want to. I don't have to answer to you.
Yeah, and I think a lot of when I've talked to some people, I think they feel the same way. I can just do what I want to do. I don't have to do with that person.
Right. And I think I really feel this way, that right there, going through that, made me decide, okay, well, you can be in a relationship if you want to be, not because you feel like you have to be. And then there's Melissa. So, I don't feel like I have to. I want to. There's a big difference.
Yeah.
Big, huge difference.
Yep.
And that's one thing the pandemic, I think. Well, I already had that one figured out, but I mean, just as far as being around people and stuff like that.
Yep.
I love people.
Yep.
I love being around people. I like to talk to people. I like to laugh with people. What are you doing?
I'm taking apart a psychiatrist.
Oh, that's right. Do I feel like am I going
Yeah,
through
I figure we got to get a coach in here now. Is there anything else bothering you today, Mike?
Don't edit yourself, Mike. Don't edit yourself. I'm not editing myself, Dr. Paul. I feel so much better now.
I'm glad.
You even said that with, I'm glad.
Keep yourself calm. Yeah. Count to 10.
I feel better. Thank you.
Oh, boy.
Do you take Anthem Blue Cross?
Can I see your insurance card?
Yeah. Before we talk.
Yeah.
Let me see the insurance card, please.
Yeah.
So, COVID has changed us.
Yep.
Mask mandates are going away.
Yeah, I'm glad. Although I haven't worn a mask in months, except if I had to go to a doctor's office.
So what's one thing in your life that has changed because of COVID and is now part of your normal, but was not part of your normal then?
I think going out more often, eating out more often.
Okay.
I don't eat out as often as I used to.
No.
It made me cook more around the house.
Okay.
Which,
not good, not bad, just different.
Just different.
Okay.
Yeah, I think.
Well, what's something that you feel maybe impacted you in a negative way?
Oh man, I don't really know.
See, that's what I'm trying to get at. I mean,
I don't know if there's. I'm sure, by not going anywhere, that's. You get to a point when you hang around the house for so long that it drives you nuts. You have to get out.
Yeah. It's kind of why I couldn't work at home.
Yeah. Well.
Plus, I'm not disciplined enough to do that.
Yeah. Well.
Which is weird because I'm here by myself and I can do it. But I just can't do it at home anyway.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I can't think of anything negative. Just that a lot of things you wanted to go to weren't there. You couldn't go to them. Or there was restrictions on going. I mean, we went through a couple of years of not being able to go anywhere, really, if you think about it.
Because you didn't want to, or because it wasn't available?
Because of the restrictions, and if they put all these restrictions on you, then the hell, it ain't going.
Okay.
Right now, it's opened up a lot, which is good. So, yeah, I'm just checking. Does that bus driver have a mask on? The answer is no. No, drawn a chin.
No mask.
No mask.
But is it because that the bus is empty?
It could be, or I don't think there was. I don't know if that mask mandate ended on the bus. I don't know.
Oh, there is someone on the bus.
Yeah. So.
All right. So there you go.
There you go. Yeah.
Or maybe we're just not supposed to see that.
Well, we won't mention the bus number.
Victoria says, I enjoy eating out more than I did before.
Yeah. Well, now.
Is it just because you missed it?
Or, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, is it really the same level, or is it just because you missed it so much now you feel like there's that much more enjoyment?
Yeah.
Here's something very, very true. Tisha from Texas says, COVID changed healthcare, hospitals, and schools.
Oh, it certainly did.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah. There were times when you couldn't even go to the hospital if you had something serious.
Yeah.
You were afraid they wouldn't let you in the hospital. And I think the biggest thing was if you had a loved one or somebody that had to go to the hospital, you could go with them. They had to be alone.
But not only that, like just for as like let's say ergonomic changes, right? Wherever you go, especially schools, healthcare facilities, hospitals, there's plexiglass.
Yeah.
You know, everywhere.
I don't think that plexiglass is ever going to come down.
I don't think so either. And that's what I mean by change. You know, I mean, you all know that something could happen in your life or our lives that make you change something or adjust something for a period of time.
Yep.
And then it goes away, right? I think COVID put things in our lives that are never going to change again.
Yeah, I think
like plexiglass, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of it's kind of surreal to even think, oh, that's ridiculous. But it's a change.
Yeah. But given the fact that there's still going to be the common cold, still going to be the flu around, in a way, it's going to help the person on the other side of the glass if somebody does come in sick. So I don't see an issue with it staying up, to be honest with you.
Beth says COVID changed people. I'm not judging either good or bad, which is she's right. I agree with her.
Yeah.
Victoria says it's because I cooked for 2 years straight with no break.
Yeah.
Laughing emoji.
Yeah. That's true.
I like the idea of someone else's cooking and doing all the cleanup.
Yeah.
Ha! Now that is the truth, because I will tell you this. I'll say I'll be here. I'll text Melissa. What do you want to do for dinner? Sometimes she'll say, and most of the time she says, oh, I'm making this, I'm making that, I'm making this, I'm making that. Okay. Well, on days that she doesn't, she goes, I don't know, I have no idea.
Yeah.
That's when I go, well, you want to get something? And then she'll say, well, we could order out and bring it home. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
No. We can order out, but I'm not bringing it home. Why? Well, number one, you put stuff in a container, you bring it home, like crispy fries, they're not crispy anymore. They're soggy. But anyway, why would I want to bring things home and make a mess? We can just sit at the restaurant, look at the mess I've created, and say, have a good night.
Clean it up.
Book them, Dano.
Yeah. No, I think he's right, because when but now I try to eat out at least once a week, if not more. Because when I go grocery shopping, which I do a lot, I try to figure out what kind of meals to eat, and I'll say, well, for that day, eat out, I won't have to get anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I take something out of the freezer or something. Yeah. Or I don't feel like, there's been times you just don't feel like cooking anything. All right, get on the phone, call somebody, take out.
Yeah.
You know, because you don't
True.
wanna, you don't want to cook.
And this is where companies like DoorDash, Uber Eats,
Yep.
you know, have really cashed in.
Oh, absolutely.
Now think about it. Like DoorDash, for example.
Yeah.
Let's say you got Paul's Deli.
Yep.
DoorDash comes and says, hey, we want to deliver your food. They'll take your food. They'll jack the price up. I think it's like 10 or 15%. So they're making money right up the top there. Then I don't know if there's a fee for the restaurant. I think there's a fee to pay DoorDash.
I don't know. I really don't know.
I'm pretty sure there is. Not at the beginning. I think it's like a trial, but then.
Well, they got to be if they're going to charge you a fee. There's some other restaurants they got to be making money. Otherwise, why would they do it?
Right. And then they put their tip in automatically and everything. It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
I ordered from Wendy's one day. It was just a sandwich, fry, and a soda, just a value meal, right? Which is like $9.50, which is still ridiculous if you go through. By the time it got to me, it was $18.
Wow.
And you're paying for you're paying for the convenience.
Yeah, that's where it is, the convenience. But there are places around here that do deliver. Local town restaurants that deliver.
No.
You know. But yeah, I'm not to that point yet where I'm not going to jump in the car. I got to get my own. I don't rely on delivery.
No, I would rather go out.
Yeah, I mean, I could see DoorDash working in the bigger cities or even the smaller cities where you got workers coming in, they got nowhere to go. You just call DoorDash, they'll bring them.
Dean at Dean's Diner, he's done very well with DoorDash.
I realize that, but you know, let's say the hotel over there on 138. You got a bunch of workers working in the area to come out of town. where they're going to go eat. They don't know. So they
Right.
could look at DoorDash and they deliver right to their room for them.
Sure.
You know, that's the convenience of having DoorDash.
Yeah.
You know, this everyday people, you know, hey, I'll just run downtown and get it myself. You know,
Victoria, they have to-go margaritas?
you know,
What?
I just realized that. How do they get you to prove you're 21?
Huh.
It's interesting. I didn't know.
I don't think you can get DoorDash.
Did they get margarita?
Next thing you get 16-year-olds going, yes, I'd like to get a margarita. You want food? No,
There
just
must
just a
be-
margarita.
There must be. I know when you have liquor delivered to your house,
Hmm.
they look at you. You're not 21. They ask you for an ID.
And can I get your name, please? Yeah, Jake's dad.
Yeah, you gotta have an ID in order for them to accept it. Unless they look at you, they look at you and they say, "Oh yeah, he's 21."
So Dave Polino, all right. Dave Polino says, now he's the gentleman that works for Special Olympics that we've talked about, you know, the Jersey Mike promotion.
Yep.
Right. Happy to announce that the Special Olympics Jersey Mike's fundraiser made $20 million nationwide. That's a lot of sandwiches.
That's a lot of sandwiches.
That's a lot of money.
That's good.
Jersey Mike's took all of their revenue from that day and then gave it to Special Olympics. Not portion of profits, not profits.
No.
Everything they made that day went to Special Olympics from Jersey Mike's.
Well, that just goes to show you that Jersey must be a very company that makes some pretty good money. That makes their sandwiches must be really good. I mean, think about $20 million. That's a $20 million tax reduction. So they must be making some big bucks.
And I can't sell a T-shirt on my web store.
Well, maybe you ought to put Jersey Mike's on it. Put
There
down
you go.
Mike's.
Yeah.
You got half the word Mike.
We have some cool shirts too.
I know. Well, unfortunately, you got to expand.
To what?
T-shirt dash.
T-shirt dash.
Maybe that was delivered. Maybe people would buy them.
Oh, all right, Paul. That's it, man.
We're done.
We're done. Dave, we're running just like David says. Got to run. Got CBR training.
Oh,
yeah. Which is really cool because I gotta say that in the morning show that we do here,
yeah,
there were people that have come in, which I'm very happy and I don't know the word I'm looking for. Thankful.
Yeah.
The people from my TikTok show at night, and they're from all over the country, all over the world, actually, that they have now filtered into here sometimes this morning.
Good.
Like Dave Polino. He's one of them. Even though he is in Connecticut.
Oh.
But Tisha that just made a great comment a couple of minutes ago, which we agreed with. She's from Texas.
Oh.
You know, and even Victoria now. Corgi Nation. Corgis unite. Oh, okay. Oh, to speak to your point or your question, Paul, about the whole margarita thing.
Yeah.
Yes, you give your ID at pickup. It comes in a cup with tape on it. Oh, there's a deterrent. No straw, so you have to bring your own if you want to enjoy a roadside on the trip home. My son figured out how I let him drive each time we went.
Oh, boy.
Because mom's getting plowed. God. Margaritaville. All right, guys. Thank you very much for coming in today. Tomorrow, we have, I think, a very interesting show. We have a couple of gentlemen, a couple of tech school kids, one from Grasso.
Oh, the two kids that won the pro.
Yeah, and one from Norwich Tech.
Yep.
They're brothers, and they both got picked to go in this national competition.
Yeah, it's in
So
Georgia.
so they're going to go ahead and battle each other, which is really, really cool. So the Norwich Bulletin was the first really to write that story. So we went ahead and I got a hold of the Cahoons and the two boys. They will be here tomorrow. Yeah. Another guest that we are going to have tomorrow. He will be on remotely because at that point he'll be somewhere in Ohio. Good morning, Vicki. Good to see you again. is Brian Culpin. We had him on once before. I don't know if you were here or not, but he's a gentleman that him and his wife and their boys sold everything.
Oh, they're traveling.
Yeah.
I think they're
off the grid.
The last time we spoke to them, they were in Florida because I was here that day.
What's that?
They were in Florida.
Yeah.
The last time, because I was on here when you did.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So he's going to be on tomorrow. We're going to talk a half hour about how things are, what his plans are for the upcoming year, what they're doing professionally, how that's changed. Brian's an old friend, and when I found out he had him and his wife Courtney just sold everything, bought a truck and an RV, and now they homeschool their kids. You got to listen to it. You got to to get that perspective. It's really neat. And it's talk about somebody changing.
That's big time.
Due to COVID or whatever.
Well, I wonder how the impact now of moving around, because let's face it, the price of fuel and moving the trailer around is not going to be cheap.
No, exactly.
Travel is not going to be, yeah.
So we'll have the couple of kids from Griswold that, they live in Griswold, but go to Norwich and Grasso in the Skills USA program,
right.
The national competition. They'll be here tomorrow. Yeah. And Brian Culpin, who's his
competition's in June, I think 21st or 22nd or 22nd, 23rd.
And Brian, who's has an Instagram page, what is it? Memories Over Things.
I don't know.
It's called, but anyway, it's really, really cool, and we'll have him tomorrow morning. So, Paul, thank you very much.
Yep.
And we will see you once again tomorrow morning right here on SNSN. But don't forget, baseball this afternoon, 3:45. Griswold and Killingley. Griswold is at home. Let's go, Wolverines!
You see the signs everywhere. No alcohol if under 21. No tobacco under 21. No vaping supplies under 21. It's 21 for a reason.
Youth that use alcohol are more likely to engage in other risky behaviors, such as gambling. Learn the warning signs and how to talk to your children about addiction.
It's 21 for a reason. Brought to you by CIRAC and funded in partnership with SAMHSA. Find out more at CIRACCT.org.
Hi, Miranda Mahoney here from Grizzle Pride, your local drug prevention coalition. So, marijuana, now legal in Connecticut, but there are some things you really should know. It's only legal for people 21 and older. And always secure your cannabis products like edibles,